Welcome back, people, to yet another video about our spending here in Portugal. It is the end of the February month and we are going to see again how we manage with the expenses. I have here my coffee with cream. I have here my lights. I have now I'm not filming anymore with natural light. I bought myself some lights and I hope the quality of the image would be better. I have here my spreadsheet and let's begin. Because some of you had some comments about the structure of this video, I'm going to try to structure it as some of you mentioned in the comments. So first we are going to talk about the house spending. The highest expense of all is of course the expense with EDP, with electricity. And in the month of February we pay to EDP for the consumption of last month 143 euros, 142.89. I have a dedicated video about this expense, what is included in this 142 euros. I will link it here somewhere. For internet, the expense with internet is fixed. This is not changing, and is 60 euros. We are using laser. And I want to mention here, I also had some comments about using Meo, but watching video of other people who are using Meo or just reading on the internet, on the Facebook groups about countless problems with these firms, we said, okay, we have to work here and we don't want to take the risk of not having an internet who actually works. So even if we are overpaying for this service, the internet is very important to us, and for now on we are going to stick with laser. When we are going to be a little bit comfortable and accommodating with our life here in Portugal, maybe we are going to change to Meo or others, but for now on, laser it is. Moving on to Infra Lobo. Infra Lobo, as I mentioned before, is the firm who is taking care of the resort, of the roads, of the lights, of the environment, of the grass, of the trees, and also provides water for us. So this expense is not fixed. It depends on how much consumption of water do we have. And we paid in February, for the month of January, we paid 56 euros. And because you ask if we don't have a fixed amount that we are paying to the resort, well, you can consider that a part of this Infralobo expense is a fixed amount that we pay monthly, because 56 euros we don't pay for the consumption of the water. For the consumption of the water we pay like 15 euros, like this, 15 euros, and the rest of 26 is for other services like taking care of the resort. And if you are wondering why we pay so much for the water, we do our own laundry, and because when I came in January I thought that everything smells like mold and smells like it has to be washed because all our clothes were in bags. I just washed all the clothes we left here. Even if the clothes were properly bagged in plastic, I still felt that they feel damp and they smell like mold. So I washed them all, and this is why I consumed so much water. So in total, for the expenses of the house, 259 euros. So the electricity, the water, the resort fee, so to speak, and the internet, in total 259 euros. Moving on to other expenses, we have car rental expense. We are renting a car each month because we don't want yet to buy a new car. We are still have to go back to our country from time to time, every few months, and the car will just sit here and collecting dust and I don't know, even break. So for the time being, it is convenient for us just to rent a car, and when we are going to settle here for good, we for sure are going to buy a car. So we paid for the month of February the car rental 300 euros. We are using, of course, Auto Rent. This is our go-to firm. They are not sponsoring us or anything, maybe they should, but they are very kind to us, and they offer us a long-term price rental. Moving on to food. Oh my god, do we spend a lot of money on food? And if you saw my previous videos about Aldi, I will link it here, you know that we are buying a lot of crap. We are buying all the crap in the world because all the packaging are new, all the products are new, everything is shiny, shiny, bling, bling, and we just want it all. But I feel in February we actually bought a lot of stuff, and we tried a lot of unhealthy food and a lot of frozen food, and I think we are ready for the March month to settle down and get back into a routine where we buy what we usually eat. I don't know, I will have to check with Flavius, but I think maybe we are prepared to get back to a more healthy lifestyle. We will see. But buying all this crap, all these frozen and packaged meals costs a lot, and of course we are buying a lot of sweets also. As you mentioned in the comments, we are eating a lot of sweets, and this adds up. I mean, it's very expensive to eat unhealthy. Even if the misconception is that it's very expensive to eat healthy, this is not true, at least not in Romania, and for sure not in Portugal. If you are only buying vegetables and you are buying food that you cook for yourself at home, it is very cheap to buy food in Portugal. For the supermarket expense, we have 580 euros. Yes, it's a... What do you think it just happened? One of the lights I just ordered from Amazon broke. I mean, the light bulb just exploded. And now I'm filming with just one of the lights. Yay, products made in China for YouTubers. And this is a YouTuber's life, in case you are wondering if it is any fun making these videos. For sure, it's a new thing every day. Let's continue with our expenses. And I foresee in my future an expense with a new light bulb from Leroy Merlin or from Amazon, I don't know. The food from supermarket, we spend a lot. For takeout, we also spend a lot of money because we are confined in our home and we are in need of some comfort food, and we kind of ordered every weekend something to eat. And I have to give a special thanks to one of the subscribers of this YouTube channel who recommended me a very nice sushi place who now has available takeout. So she saw my Aldi video and she saw that I was eating frozen sushi, and she took pity of me and recommended this very, very nice place called Sushi Mishi, and we ordered from them twice already. We also ordered from Butcher's Armansil. They have very decent hamburgers and very decent meat, and also they have kind of decent prices for what they offer, so you don't actually break the bank. They are very affordable, and we were able to order from them on Uber Eats, and now also they have takeout. So we spent in total for takeout 178 euros. For food, supermarket and takeout, in total we spent 757 euros. I know, a lot of money for two persons. If it is an expense where we have to work on, is this expense with food, because this can be greatly reduced if we are buying only the food that we actually like and not spending on tryouts and let's see how this tastes and let's see about this product and so on and so forth. Moving on the cleaning of the house, we spent 50 euros. The house was cleaned once and it was cleaned by our firm who helped us rent the apartment, Vegan Villas. We work with them and we also take from them the cleaning service. We should clean the house more, but comparing to what we pay in Romania, we are paying here for cleaning of the house a great deal of money, in our opinion. We still haven't found someone cheaper. On gas, we spend only 24 euros because the only time we are in the car is when we are going to the supermarkets. Because of the confinement, we are not allowed to move between the concelhos. We are not allowed to take walks in the car. We are not allowed to visit anything. And by the way, these measures are going to be in place also in the month of March here in Portugal. So we are spending very little on gas, and from these 24 euros, we still have gas. I mean, we are going to use this gas also in the month of March, at least 1 or 2 weeks. And this is all, guys. This is all that we spent. In total, the cost of the house, the rental, the car rental, the food, the cleaning and the gas of the car is 1,550 euros. And if we were not for the extraordinary expense with the food, I would say that this February would have been very cheap for us to live here because, well, we don't go anywhere. We just take a walk every day, like an hour or 2 outside, but only in our resort. And yes, we sometimes go to the beach, but the beach is not really private, but there are not a lot of people on the beach. There are only the people who are living in the resort, and sometimes, most of the times, nobody is on the beach because we are going at the hours where people don't normally go to the beach. A lot of you ask if we are paying rent. We are not paying rent, but we are paying mortgage loan. And this mortgage loan, with all the expenses of the bank, with the commissions, with the assurance of everything, it's around 500 euros. So we have to add that to our expense. And we also have some expense that are related to this YouTube channel and are related to this house. Some of you told me in the comments that you don't want me to include this expense in this monthly expense report because you are not YouTubers and you don't spend on that. And I tend to agree with this, but I think it's I don't know, informative and maybe fun to know what we are spending. So I'm going to mention it now at the end. We spend on these lights that are just broken now. I just used them for 5 minutes. One of them is broken. And with an SD card, so I bought these lights on an SD card and we paid 145 euros. If you thought that being a YouTuber is cheap, well, it's not. It's quite expensive, really. And also we spent at IKEA 200 euros because everything smelled damp and smelled like it has mold. I decided to change all the linens. So I changed the sheets, I changed the blankets, I changed everything that we put on the bed, and for 2 bedrooms, and we paid for that 200 euros. So if you add also these expenses at our current expenses, and you also add the mortgage loan, the mortgage rate that we pay monthly, we spend in total 2,500 euros. Is this a lot? I don't know. Leave it in the comments. In my opinion, this is not a lot. This is very encouraging. because I don't know, I thought we are going to spend a lot more here in Portugal, but again, this is because we are not traveling, we are not eating at restaurants. Yes, we have the expense with the takeout, but we would spend a lot more if we were to visit different towns and sit at cafes and also order food for the videos or just for ourselves to enjoy. So when this is going to be over, I know we are going to spend a lot more money. Also, I want to make another mention. I just realized when I say cost with the supermarket food, it's not only the food. I mean, from supermarkets we buy toothpaste, toilet paper, we buy a lot of stuff that we don't eat from supermarkets, but we don't actually calculate this amount separate. So in these 580 euros, you have also the toiletries and you have the stuff that we use for cleaning the house and the dishwashing machine pills and the detergent we use and everything. But I count all these amount as food because to tell you the truth, we are buying a lot of junk food and a little bit of the other stuff. So just for to mention this for a better and accurate report. Leave it in the comments, people. How much do you spend in Portugal, or if you are thinking of coming to Portugal, how much did you budget for your monthly expenses here in Portugal? It is very interesting for us to know, for me, because I'm also curious about the life of other people, but it's also interesting for all the people who are watching this video and they are trying to make an idea of how much money they need to live comfortably in Portugal. Subscribe to the channel if you are not already. Please ring the bell because sometimes YouTube doesn't show you all the videos that I post. Have a happy spring and I will see you in my next video. Bye!